Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Soul Kids and our series Game Plan. And we're learning about how we always do best when we follow God's plans for our lives. Now, I wonder how your week has been this week. Did you have a good first full week at school? Or were you a bit nervous? Or was it just okay? Or was it not so good? So was it a good week? Was it a okay week? Or was it a not so okay week? Can you show me your thumbs now? Well, this week, I want to ask you a question as we start our second session of Game Plan. Are you afraid of the dark? I know some children are, especially at night when you're all by yourself. But do you know what helps some children at night time? Yes, that's right. They have a night light that helps them, or some music that just plays. Well, today we're going to learn that Jesus is the light in the darkness. You know, there are a lot of people who sin, who choose to do wrong, and who do bad things. But Jesus is the light of the world. So let's check in with today's video and learn about how Jesus is the light in the darkness.
Hi kids, it's me Kevin. When I woke up this morning, I saw a big yellow ball of light in the sky. Can anyone tell me what that ball of light is? That's right, it's the sun. And today, we're gonna learn that Jesus is the light of the world, just like the sun.
Wait for me!
Slow down, Simon. Watch out for the wires.
Oh no! What happened to the lights?
I think you unplugged the wire.
That's not good. I'm scared of the dark.
It's okay, I'll fix it.
Oh no! Now I'm alone in the dark. If anyone is out there, on the count of 3, say hi. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hi kids. I didn't see you there because it's so dark. Hey, Kevin fixed it.
Yep, looks like that worked.
Thank you. I don't like being in the dark.
Nobody does. But that's why Jesus is like the sun in our life.
Really? Jesus gives us sunburns?
No, Simon. Jesus is like the sun because he helps us to see where we're going in our life.
So we won't fall down?
Exactly. It's hard to know the path to take in life, but Jesus helps us to see where we're going.
Speaking of going, my mom asked me to help her change a light bulb. I gotta go. Bye, kids.
Bye. Today's Bible story is about how God led the Israelites in the dark with a huge pillar of fire to help them see.
Sorry.
Well, kids, you listen to the story. I'll fix the lights again. Until next time, I'm Kevin. See you later.
You know, yes, Jesus is the sun in our lives, and he shows us and helps us to see where we are going.
Hey kids, what time is it?
Game time!
You know, our game today is called Bug Hunt, and you have to guess which bugs has more of them compared to the other bug. But they're hiding in the dark, so look carefully. Did you guess which of the bugs were greater in each of the rounds? Oh, I bet you did. Our worship song this week is called We Are a City on a Hill, because the song talks about that we are the light in the darkness because Jesus lives in me. So let's get off our sofas, let's stand up and sing We Are a City on a Hill.
We are a city on a hill. We are a light in the darkness. Jesus living in us can change the world. We are a city on a hill. We are a light in the darkness. Jesus living in us can change the world. Let your light shine, let your light shine, let your light shine. Let it shine. Let your light shine, let your light shine, let your light shine. If God is for us, who can stand against us? Let your light shine, let your light shine, let your light shine. We are a city on a hill. We are a light in the darkness. Jesus living in us can change the world. We are a city on a hill. We are a light in the darkness. Jesus living in us can change the world. Ooh. Let your light shine, let your light shine, let your light shine. Let it shine. Let your light shine, let your light shine, let your light shine. If God is for us, who can stand against us? Let your light shine, let your light shine, let your light shine. Let your light shine, let your light shine, let your light shine. Let your light shine, let your light shine, let your light shine. If God is for us, who can stand against us? Let your light shine, let your light shine, let your light shine. Let your light shine, let your light shine, let your light shine. Let your light shine, let your light shine, let your light shine.
Oh, I love that song, and I want you to remember to let your light shine, let your light shine, let your light shine this week. And now it's time for our Bible story and see what light shone with God's people, the Israelites. Let's take a look.
Hello kids, my name is Ashton. Guess what time it is? It's Bible story time. Today's Bible story is found in Exodus 13. You may have heard of the story of Moses and the Israelites escaping Egypt and the evil Pharaoh, and then crossing the Red Sea on dry land. It was pretty amazing. But there's a cool part of that story that happened between them escaping Egypt and them crossing the Red Sea. You see, when the Israelites were freed from slavery in Egypt, they set off on a journey. They were leaving and headed to the Promised Land, a really awesome place God promised He'd take them to live. However, if they went the normal way that most people went to get there, they would have to go through enemy territory and end up battling the Philistines. God didn't want them to have to do that, so He came up with a better way to go. It was a long, winding path that led them through the wilderness. You know, the hot, horrible desert. Moses was the leader of the Israelites, so he needed to know where to go. However, God hadn't told him the way yet. Moses and the Israelites were kind of lost and not sure where to go. But God wasn't going to leave them wandering around. He had a really cool plan. See, back then, they didn't have cell phones or maps to tell them where to go or which road to take. God knew that, and He decided to give them something really cool. Instead of having a phone or some computer voice tell them where to go, God provided them with a large pillar of cloud or smoke. It was awesome. the giant pillar of cloud led them through the wilderness, moving around, showing them where to go. It was a miracle. There had never been anything like it. The Israelites followed it around, turn by turn, until the sun went down. Then, God had another plan. Since they were running away from the Pharaoh in Egypt, they needed to get as far away as they could, as fast as they could. So they needed to do some traveling at night to save time. So God gave them a pillar of fire to light the way. No more darkness. The light was leading the way in the dark. Isn't that wonderful? I don't know about you, but I don't like being in the dark. It's so cool that God gave them the light they needed so they didn't have to be scared. On their own, the Israelites would have never known where to go or what to do. They would have been helpless and alone. But God knew the way He wanted to lead them, and He provided a pillar of cloud by day and a pillar of fire to light the way when it was dark. Today, you are learning that God will do the same for you when you don't know what to do. When it feels like you're all alone, you just pray to God. He will light the way and show you where to go. Well, I hope you enjoyed our Bible story today. See you around.
Now, have you ever been lost? Maybe you got separated from your parents and you couldn't find your way. Being lost is so scary, isn't it? The Israelites were lost in the desert. They did not know their way to their new home, the promised land. They needed something to help them find their way. You know, like this map. A map can show you the way. But the Israelites didn't have a map. Or maybe they needed a phone. The Israelites could have used a phone to call for directions. How do you get to the promised land? Well, the Israelites, they didn't have a phone. What about when it got dark in the desert? They needed a torch, didn't they? They needed a light. A torch can help you find your way in the dark. But the Israelites, they didn't have a torch. What in the world were the Israelites going to do? Even though they didn't have a phone or a map or a torch, the Israelites had God. You know, God has a plan to guide you and guide me. You know, when we don't know what to do and don't know where to go, Jesus is with us. We can trust Jesus will never leave us. He will always show us where to go. You know, when we feel afraid, Jesus is right here with us. When we face tough times and feel overwhelmed, Jesus is right here with us. Jesus will light the path every day. Well, let's close in a prayer. Dear God, thank you that you are always with us. You are our map to direct us. You are like a phone so we can talk with you. And you are our torch to show us the way to go. Amen. Well, we've come to the end of this week. And I want to leave you with our power verse for this week. And it's found in John chapter 8, verse 12. And Jesus said, I am the light of the world. If you follow me, you won't have to walk in darkness because you will have the light that leads to life. Well, that's it for this week. I want you to walk in the light with Jesus. Have a great week, everybody, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.